Hello students, today we are going to start the first lesson of the book Beehive, The Fun They Had. It is written by Isaac Asimov. We are going to start a text which will talk about the schools that are in future. It is a kind of imagination that Isaac Asimov made in the year called 2157 about the probability, rather it talks about the probability about what the schools will be and how the schools will run. Now we are all going through a phase of online education and we are only using one device in order to access our books, do our worksheet, to do our classes. So it is basically one device. You all are sitting at home and you are using this phone in order to learn the fun they had. Isaac Asimov imagined almost the same, but he was during his time, and during his time when he imagined the generation of computers that he was using, especially for input device he is using punched cards, for output device he is using a television screen. So these type of things are there. He didn't imagine that one day there will be time will come when really there will be one screen is there which will act as an input and output device. And with this thing he started to write The Fun They Had. It talks about the system of schooling, the system of education a lot. So let's read first who Isaac Asimov was. So this man is Isaac Asimov, and Isaac Asimov was born in the year 1920 and he died in 1990. So in between these years he lived. He was an American novelist who was known for his science fictions. So what is science fictions? Do we know this? Science fiction is that genre which typically deals with imaginative and futuristic concepts of advanced science and technology. So in between this time, if he is writing about the system of schooling, then definitely we all know that the schooling that is there is the building where all types of children come and where a human teacher is there to teach. Now futuristic technology talks about that the human teacher will not be there but a machine teacher will be there. So this is a futuristic concept. This is an imaginative concept. So the central idea of his writings concerned with an imaginative world where man and machines forms the background. So man and machines are the background here only. So this is an imaginative world. Who knows that this is going to be a real world? Let's see. Isaac Asimov wrote this story at a time when the first generation computers using vacuum tubes were actually used. At that time he wrote the story where punched cards writing will be done and students will be reading books on the TV screen at home. We will explain this concept of punched card. What is punched card? How it is being used? It is a type of card actually. Okay. And for output device these cards were used. So let me see. Yes, these type of cards are called punched cards. These were used for instead of a keyboard at that time. So these type of things were used during that time. So he was very true. How true he was his imagination indeed. Today we all are really using e-books downloaded from various websites. The screen reading that he conceptualized before is happening today as you are all in class from this video. This is very true. This man imagined one day that situation will really come like this, and who knows that it is going to be 2021 or 2020 in the year. He never knew this, but he imagined much after this time. Okay, so this was the man Isaac Asimov, who thought much ahead of his times. So how ahead of his time he was, let's see. So in your textbook, the story starts here. Okay, the story starts here. So let's read first. Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary on the page headed 17th of May 2157. She wrote, "Today Tommy found a real book." So Margie, what did she do? She wrote it at that night in her diary on the page headed 17 May 2157. This date is the date when he is writing, and today Tommy found a real book. This is a real book for them. This concept of a real book was not known by them, but this was a real book. The concept of book was much like this. So it was a very old book as it is. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. Indeed, this book contains stories that are printed on paper. So there was a time. You know what time it is? It is our time. The way, the age that we are living in 2021, we really have books where stories were printed on the paper. In your book Beehive, the story fun they had is actually printed on paper. They turned the pages, which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it had when they read it for the first time. So the letters were moving on the computer screen. It is just like this TV screen, and the letters were just moving in their books. But in this book, the letters are still when they are reading it for the first time, and when they are turning back, the same letters are there. Now what does this mean actually? So this concept, what Isaac Asimov imagined, is the system of the programming languages at that time. The time when he lived, Windows was not prominent in the market. Mac iOS was being developed. The disk operating system was there, and there were lots and lots of other programming languages that were there. So in order to learn a computer, what you need basically is basically a programming language. So and those programming language you have to learn, and then during that time most of the letters they moved. So he knew this concept, and it is for this reason that he mentions that it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. And when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it for the first time. So this was the conception. So Tommy said, "Gee!" It was an expression of surprise. Said Tommy, "What a waste! When you were through with the book, you just threw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it and it is good for plenty more, I wouldn't throw it away. So Tommy won't throw this book. Tommy won't throw this book because according to him, the television screen might have a millions of books on it and it's good for plenty more. I wouldn't throw it away. So this treasure was a real treasure. This treasure that Margie is talking about is actually a real treasure. So they had millions and millions of books within this screen. Now imagine, don't you really have ebooks downloaded in your phone only? Just download the ebooks and all the textbooks are there. So you also have this facility. Imagine this concept of Amazon Kindle. Imagine the concept of Google Play Books. Isn't it that a plenty and plenty numbers of books comes on them? So we also have this now. He imagined it, he conceptualized it at that time. Same with mine, said Margie. She was 11 and hadn't seen as many telebooks as Tommy had. He was 13. So this text talks about the age of Margie and Tommy. So Margie was 11 and Tommy was 13 years old. So they were almost young children. Tommy, the big brother, is a quite senior boy, whereas her sister is a junior one. And as you all know that junior and seniors, when they live together in a house, it is a tendency that the seniors will dominate the junior ones. And here also actually Tommy is going to do this. She said, "Where did you find it?" So Margie said, "Where did you find it?" And she said, "In my house." He pointed without looking because he was busy reading in the attic. What it is about? It is about school. So this is about school, and the book was in the attic. So what does attic mean? This is attic. So where did you find it? In my house. He pointed without looking because he was busy reading in the attic. So this is attic. As you can see this image, this image is almost like a top of a roof of a house. So on the top of a roof of a house, most of the people in the Western countries, they use it as a storeroom or as a secret room. Children use it as a room for their games and for finding treasures. So Tommy, exactly just like a finding treasure in the house, they discovered this book. So what it is about? What is the book about? The book is about school. And concept of school means concept of school is different. For them, it was not just a real school. So Margie was scornful. School? What is there to write about school? I hate school. So Margie hated school. Why did Margie hated school? Because Margie was allowed to read in this. This was the school. And if I say just now that the device through which you are listening this class is your school, will you believe that? No, you won't, because you cannot imagine that event. But for Margie, this was the only thing that she knew about school. She has never seen a school with a school building where all the children will come at a one building and where a human teacher will teach them. They have never seen this. So for them, this was a school. And Margie was scornful. School, what is there to write about school? I hate school. So Margie hated school. Margie hated school because why Margie hated school? So this question also comes. So the answer is this. Margie always hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. Why? Because the mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. So the mechanical teacher, this is the mechanical teacher, the computer screen is the mechanical teacher. At present, the devices through which you are listening this class is your mechanical teacher. It is acting as a mechanical teacher. So the mechanical teacher had been giving a test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. So county inspector is in one jurisdiction of United States is called a county. So this man is responsible for managing the schools, or rather it is a kind of mechanic. He is a kind of mechanic. Okay. So mechanical teacher was giving on test after test. Now we all know that we all hate test. It is better to study always instead of giving test. So there is a general tendency to hate test, and Margie is not an exception. Now if you give test, the test is only interesting if you score very well. But if you score very little, and if you score very poor, and if you score very worse, then the test is a horrific one. And giving test after test in geography in one subject, and you are doing worse and worse. So who would like that? So the concept was just like this, that this screen, in this screen, the test and test after test was going on. Okay, the concept was that in this screen, so the test after test was going on. And they didn't like that. Who would like that? This device is not a device for them at all. It is not an interesting device. So for you it might be an interesting device. You imagine, oh how I wish to have an HP laptop, how I wish to have an Apple MacBook. You imagine that. Imagine that device, you can do nothing, but you are using only for education purpose. For the first few days you will like, the next few days you will start hating this device. So that is the thing what Margie was feeling. This device was not interesting at all. So she sent for the county inspector. And the county inspector, he was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. He was a little man with a red face and a whole box of tools he carries with him. There were dials, there were wires, and he smiled at Margie and gave her an apple. So he smiled at Margie, and what he gave? He gave her an apple. Then took the teacher apart. So then he took the teacher apart. So Margie had hoped that he wouldn't know how to put it together again, but he knew how all right. And after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly. Okay, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. That wasn't too bad. The part that Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. she always had to write them out in punched code. They made her learn when she was 6 years old, and the mechanical teacher calculated the marks in no time. So there was no problem with the mechanical teacher actually. The problem was actually with the part where he had to put the homework and test papers. It is so. This is the thing what Isaac Asimov points. The children are not liking the homework and test paper. For them, school is horrific for them. And here also Margie had to do that. Margie had to learn when she was 6 years old the punch code. These are the punched code. Various types of codes that were written in these types of papers were there. She had to learn these punched codes. It is no more existence in today's time, but it was there, and she had to calculate the marks in no time. So the inspector had smiled after he finished and patted Margie's head. So now the thing is that why Margie didn't like this mechanical teacher. Margie didn't like this mechanical teacher because of the homework and because of the test papers. And as we all expect, after a few days of school, that let there be a holiday in the school and there will be an enjoyment, Margie also wanted that. It is true that the schoolroom was just a computer screen and she was just at home. But being at home, she was not free. She had to do the classes regularly. And it was very monotonous for her to do those things. In a punched code, if you are constantly made to write the homework, and that too in a coded language, so you won't feel interest in that. So Margie was not an exception. So she started to hate school, and she expected that mechanical teacher won't, the county inspector won't be able to mend the mechanical teacher anymore. But the county inspector know to mend it. So what was the problem? Let's see what was the problem. So the inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. He said to her mother, "It is not the little girl's fault, it's Mrs. Jones. I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory," and he patted Margie's head again. So the mechanical teacher didn't knew about the level of a girl, and it was not possible for a machine to do that. And the machine was working on its own, and the machine was showing the performance as poorer and poorer. So they needed a mechanic who could mend the machine. And what did the county inspector did? County inspector just made the mechanical teacher up to an average 10-year level, and Margie was 11-year-old, we know. So according to her age, he just adjusted the mechanical teacher, and now everything will be okay. And it was not the girl's fault always. Why he is saying that? He is saying that because most of the parents blame the fault of the children whenever they perform very poorly. But it was not always the fault of the children. So in case of a mechanical teacher, if the children is doing very worse and worse, then it was a time when it must be shown that the mechanical teacher actually is the fault. So Margie was disappointed actually because of this. So she was disappointed. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly half a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school? So why would anyone write about school?" she asked. And Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes, because it was not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that had hundreds and hundreds of years ago, he added loftily, pronouncing the word very carefully. Centuries ago, yes. So Margie hated school, and this was the entire reason why she hated. She thought that she would take for the teacher for once, as he had taken Tommy's teacher. Tommy's teacher was just a computer, Margie's teacher was just a computer. And she said to Tommy, why would anyone write this about school in this book? So this book was actually about schools, and why would anyone write about this? And then Tommy explained, because Tommy read the book, because it is not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that had hundreds and hundreds of years ago, he added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. So centuries ago, how the school was, it was the old kind of school, and then again they dived into the world of imagination. So this was the school, and Margie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all the time ago. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. They had a teacher. What type of school it is, she doesn't know, because she didn't read. And they had a teacher. And sure, they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher, it was a man. So a man can be a teacher. This man can be a teacher. They don't know this. Margie didn't know this, because she has always seen from the childhood that the mechanical teacher was his teacher. A man, how could be a man be a teacher? Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. Exactly, we teachers do this thing. So he just told the boys and girls things and just gave them homework and asked them questions. And Margie says, a man isn't smart enough. Of course, man cannot be smart enough as a computer. Margie's conception was like that. But the system of education that they were going through, they will have to read constantly, words after words. They were constantly moving. A huge amount of information was already being stored, so they were quite intelligible at that time. And that's why Tommy says, sure he is. My father knows as a teacher. He knows almost as much, I bet. Betcha is a kind of I bet. So Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that, and she said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. So she thought that a man would come into the house personally, as the teacher was there inside the room. And Tommy screamed with laughter, you don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building, and all the kids went there. And all the kids learned the same thing, sure, if they were of the same age. So if they were of the same age, then all the kids learned the same thing in a school building. That was the concept of school. And the teacher used to take class in the classrooms. And then Margie says, but my mother says the teacher had to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. This was the concept of the mechanical teacher. Mother knows the mechanical teacher. So mechanical teacher needed to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. It is exactly the concept of the school, where different types of students were there, of different ages. The teacher who teaches at the junior level won't definitely teach at the senior level, and the teacher who teaches at the senior level won't teach at the junior level. So that is the thing. So just the same they did, they didn't do it that way then. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. So it is just like the same, but in this way they didn't do like that at that time. So if you don't like the book, then don't read the book. And then Margie said, I didn't say I didn't like it. She was actually interested, but she was skeptical, because the concept of school was a very problematic. Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about the funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother again called. Margie, school. So Margie's mother called again, Margie, school. And the school was a mechanical teacher. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Not yet. I want to read the book, but I have to go in time. And now, said Mrs. Jones, it is probably time for Tommy too. Margie said to Tommy, can I read the book some more with you after school? So after the school hours, can I read the book some more with you? And Tommy says, maybe, he said nonchalantly. He walked whistling, the dusty book tucked beneath his arms. So he went away with the book in his arm. He was senior. And Margie again went into the schoolroom. So it was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. So the teacher was ready. It was always on the same time, every day except Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday we don't have school, so they also don't have school. Because her mother said little girls learn better if they learn at regular hours. So the little girls are learning better if they are learning at regular hours. Regular hour learning helps a lot, and this is the same concept that they had. And again what happened, the screen was lit up and it said today's arithmetic lesson is on addition of proper fractions. So how the screen is setting, so today's lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. So instead of starting it, this again says please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot, and immediately this line creates a sense of disturbance if they had not done the homework, because they don't like doing this. They want the class to go on. And Margie did so with a sigh. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. So when the grandfather's grandfather was a little boy, when they all went in this type of schools, so she was dreaming that all kids come from the whole neighborhood. Okay, all kids from the whole neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard. So in the schoolyard they were all laughing and shouting, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same thing so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. This is the socialization that schools gives you, and the individual learning through the machine doesn't provide this socialization. They could help each other with homework, they could talk with each other, they could learn, and they made a fun together. They were not together in this schoolroom. They perhaps gained the education, but they are not together, so they are not social anymore. And the mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen when we add fractions 1 by 2, 1 by 4. When we add fractions 1 by 2, 1 by 4, Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. So the mechanical teacher as usual was going on starting the lesson, but her mind was not there in the school. Her mind was thinking about the fun they had in the old days. Just like Margie was just like you children. What do you do in the class? When the teachers are teaching you, think about something else and don't listen to the class. So it is just about this, like that, okay? So the fun they had is the fun we are having at school, which cannot be missed, right? So as long as you are there in the school, enjoy school to the fullest. This is what Isaac Asimov wanted to tell. Okay. So these are the word meanings from the text. Crinkly means to form many short bends or ripples. Awfully means extremely. Gee means an expression of surprise. Attic means a space just below the roof. Scornful means full of dislike and disrespect. County means the largest territorial division for the local government within a state of United States. Slot means in a given space. Geared to means adjusted to. Loftily means in a superior way. Nonchalantly means in a careless manner. Betcha means I bet you. Tuck means to push in the loose end of so as to hold tightly. I have given all these notes are there, okay? So if you just open the Google Classroom, you could see the notes are already there, okay? this is the worksheet that I provided. And the notes are already provided in the Google Classroom. So open the Google Classroom and they find the notes and solve the worksheets on your own. Okay. So this was all about the fun they had, that we all are doing. Read the text from the book once again and then start solving the worksheets and write the notes in your English copy. Okay. So I am ending this class now. Thank you.